Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, May 22nd. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, it's a crime that has two university communities reeling from shock. A soon-to-be Bowie State University grad who was set to go into the Army is stabbed to death after a night out. The suspect is a member of a racist Facebook group, according to officials, and now two communities are trying to figure out how to move on. Denise Douglas has the details from the University of Maryland.
The incident happened here right in front of Montgomery Hall Dormitory on the University of Maryland's campus. Richard Collins III and his friends were waiting for an Uber ride in front of this bus stop. You can take a look right here. The candles have been set up in his memory. Also, flowers are down here. Collins was stabbed. Now, according to witnesses, the alleged assailant, Sean Urbanski, was intoxicated and incoherent. He stumbled towards Collins and his friends, screaming at them to get out of the way. 23-year-old Collins said no, and Urbanski allegedly stabbed him. Collins, a Bowie State student who was scheduled to graduate this week, died at the hospital. Now, hearts are heavy here, and there are a lot of concerns about this crime that is being investigated as a possible hate incident.
It doesn't surprise me that there was some sort of racial violence in a way, because that's been building. They found the noose at the frat house over there not too long ago, and there's been the Terps for Trump doing racist graffiti and stuff, but the actual a murder is uncomfortable.
And it's scary that it was just random and hate crime related. At least that's what I was informed. But I do trust that the campus will make us safe because they are increasing patrols. But I don't know. It's just didn't expect someone to get stabbed.
Back out here on campus where you can see that the candles continue to burn bright in memory of Collins. This tragedy comes in the wake of a number of racial incidents that have happened here on campus, including a noose that was found at a fraternity house not far from where we are right here. Wallace Lowe, the president of the school, has called on students to unite against hate and to stick to the values that the university stands for. I'm Denise Douglas in College Park, CTV News.
Now, friends described Collins as funny and vibrant, adding that he talked about wanting to travel, skydive, and surf after graduation. Meantime, the Bowie State community is coping with the loss of Collins. The 23-year-old was scheduled to walk across the stage at the university's commencement tomorrow. Richard Collins was a member of the school's ROTC program and was recently commissioned into the U.S. Army as a second lieutenant. Tonight, student leaders and ROTC members will gather together for a candlelight vigil to honor Collins.
Rich was the type of person, he did appreciate the moments, and he had the type of personality that people really love. And that was the great thing that we really do love and loved about him, was his appreciation for life and his commitment to excellence, to do the things that he needed to do. And he did get those things done. He was a leader. He was commissioned as a lieutenant in the United States Army, set to graduate with a degree from the College of Business and Management. So he has set those goals for himself. If our students can continue to do those things and set those desires, have those desires and set those goals and follow through, I think we can definitely honor Richard's memory by that.
And the vigil will be at 7 p.m. at the Martin Luther King Jr. Arts Center. School officials say there will be a moment of silence at tomorrow's graduation to recognize Collins. Meantime, we have learned that 22-year-old murder suspect Sean Urbanski will remain behind bars tonight. The University of Maryland student was denied bond at a court hearing this afternoon. State's Attorney Angela Alsobrooks and Police Chief Hank Stawinski spoke with reporters following the hearing.
Lieutenant Richard Collins III had every reason to live, that he was a person who represented in every way possible the very best of this community, that he was a person who I've heard people say had a very promising future. The truth of it is that he was already a person who had accomplished so much, more than many of us will accomplish in a whole lifetime. And so it was not just the case that he was going to be somebody great. I want it to be painfully clear that he already was.
At the end of the day, this community is hurting, and it's extending beyond the University of Maryland community. It's extending beyond the Bowie State University community, our county. It is an important and difficult time, and the state's attorney has rightly assessed that the best way for us to succeed is to succeed in concert. And so my presence here on behalf of this new contribution is really just in aid of advancing a sophisticated investigation with myself and with my friend Gordon Johnson, of course Chief Mitchell, and Chief Waiters of the Bowie State University Police.
And Prince George's County Executive Sharon Baker released a statement in response to Collins' murder at the University of Maryland. Baker says, quote, "It is with a heavy heart and deep sadness that I send out condolences to the family of Lieutenant Richard Collins III, a Bowie State University student and recently commissioned second lieutenant in the U.S. Army. The murder has shocked and disturbed us all," unquote.